the penalty to Australia over the top. Ian Strauss is on as well, one of the big impact players on this Australia bench. Scored 2 tries when he came on as a replacement against Ireland in the summer. Former South African international, of course. Australia going for the corner through Matt Burke.
Rod McQueen, I think, looking to play a lot of players, give everyone a chance to play, experience the World Cup rugby and get a game under their belt. So blood in a few guys in this opening encounter.
Jeremy Paul, the replacement hooker from Canberra. John Eales at the front. Jeremy Paul tackled by Draguianu. George Gregan, Kafer. And it's another Australian try, and it's scored by Joe Roth just on the pitch, and he needs a run out, he needs a good game to rediscover his form.
Well, this was all about pace and precision. The line-out went well, and when they get the ball like that and explode off it, Joe Roth shows his pace, outside break. Again, a pass by Kafer, behind Horan, behind both centres in fact, to the blindside wing. Roth coming round, and no one could get anywhere near him.
And as so often happens in these games, you get a pretty robust first half performance from the underdogs, but in the second half very much the better sides are inclined to run away with it. And before you know it, having played reasonably well, you've conceded 50 points. And Australia already have 30. And you wouldn't say that Romania have played badly at all.
But it's that extra bit of quality, that extra yard of pace and extra bit of power that really runs away in the second half performances, when after the first half opposition teams have played so well to contain, they just break down, the little gaps appear and the quality comes through.
Joe Roth really does want a permanent starting place in this Wallaby side, trying to knock Jason Little off that wing berth. Ben Tune, you would imagine, would be a pretty automatic selection on current form. Herbert. Solomi. Good run by the winger. And again, they are good with ball in hand, but losing possession. Joe Roth to Gregan. Jason Little on the left flank previously, and has now moved into the centre with Joe Roth on the left wing.
It is one good point probably to make about the Australian backline, is they're all very versatile. Horan, for example, has played in several positions, out half, centre and wing for the Wallabies, as does Roth and as does Herbert. So great versatility there, and they feel comfortable in all areas of the field with the ball.
That's Septar. Actually, it looked as if Little was moving into the centre. He's on the right wing now, and Joe Roth is on the left flank. So Little taking over Ben Tune's position, and Joe Roth moving to this near side at Ravenhill. Braziano through, Matt Burke. Me too. Good acceleration this scrum half has. Fabulously quick over the first 5 yards. Brinza goes to turf. Busek. Vioriano. Now, I told you to watch him coming into the line. He can run extremely well. Son is caught by Tim Horan. Down goes Ian Strauss. Jeremy Paul arrives. Well recovered by the Australians. Little. Gregan. Now here's Herbert. Inside is Joe Roth. Gregan to his right. Matt Burke. Helping hands. Bit of a shoeing for Braziano. Tim Horan takes it on. Impressive stuff from the Australians. Finnegan flat. Kefu was in the line as well. Strauss, the Romanians keeping the pressure on. Little maybe should have given it a hair earlier to the supporting player who was Finnegan, but offside against the Romanians, and the Australians get the penalty. But attempting to find some continuity now, the Australians.
Yeah, very loose section of play from both teams, both attacking. Lovely long pass in midfield, and the fullback really gives it some gas there to get through the gap. Great ankle tackle to spare, an ankle tackle by Horan, because there was a 2-on-1 there with only the fullback Burke to beat. But a bit loose, and really that pace and power from both teams being shown.
Just when you look at the players that Australia have and go in, you know, they bring take Ben Tune off, they've got Joe Roth to come onto the pitch, I mean, and Tian Strauss as well from the bench. Quality all through the squad. Jeremy Paul. Referee playing the advantage again as Mitu tries to rescue the ball, and that's going to be yet another Australian penalty. So will they chip into the corner or go for the scrummage here? They've already had one pushover in the first half when Kefu scored.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go for a second one, because this is an opportunity now for this back unit to gel. They'll be looking to go through their moves, and you can see as they're walking back into position, the Australian backs just whispering to each other about the move that should be coming.
Well, a good hit on Kefu. No knock on, says the referee, as Kafer goes, and he's got support from the very strong and very quick Joe Roth.
Great try by Roth there.
Is that what they mean by impact players?
Exactly what they mean by impact players. He comes on and he makes an impact. He's only been on 5 minutes or so and already got made that all-important impact. He's a big man, great pace, can beat the man, goes on the outside. And if he does get his form back, you have to think he's a guaranteed starter.
Just teasing the defence there. Beautiful acceleration. Joe Roth's second try of the game. He only came on at half-time. And determined as well to send a message to the management. He wants a starting spot. Joe Roth, he was once fourth in his county's under-12 chess championships. He reckons it's one of his great claims to fame.
He played chess in Australia, did he?
Slowly.
It's with drinks.
Yeah. Ravenhill paintwork taking a bit of a battering tonight. 36 points to 3 to Australia. They've looked a lot more penetrating in this second half, and they're beginning to punish Romania. So all about survival perhaps now for Romania. At least they are trying to play a bit of rugby. It is not all negative, far from it, from them. Regan, Kafer, Herbert, Horan, and it's Joe Roth again, and he's looked so good in this second half. Virianu coming across with Brezianu in between them, managing to get the ball into touch, but thrown into touch, and a penalty to Australia, offside.
Two good long passes in midfield there, and they get the ball straight back to Roth after 2 tries early on. They're going for his third. He's a powerful man, of course, and Australia keen to give him the ball.
Kafer. No, a mistake by Herbert. Advantage to Romania. Me too. Gontiniak. Good clearance by the centre, and Roth certainly does look very fresh and very eager, doesn't he?
Yes, he has, and I think he's added a bit of urgency to the play as well, because of giving perhaps a focus to the Australian backs to get that ball out wide to him early. He looked far more comfortable and decisive with the ball. But it's a shame really that Romania have had precious little possession to do anything with. Once they had the ball, they looked very dangerous themselves.
The feeling with Roth was that he had lost that edge to his form because he had simply played far too much rugby in the last couple of years. So perhaps the break, it looks like a little break, has done him a part of good.
Yes, perhaps a little kick up the backside as well for him to get his act together. He's been playing a lot of rugby in the last 2 or 3 years. Very competitive, high standard, Super 12 and Tri-Nation stuff. But perhaps a little bit of complacency crept in. He certainly looks to be the genuine article tonight.
So line out, that's the halfway line here at Ravenhill in southeast Belfast. Jeremy Paul from Canberra and Finnegan. Taken on by Richard Harry this time. Gregan, it is great to see these Australian backs run, and here's Daniel Herbert thundering forward. Finnegan again. Kafer. Matt Burke on the charge. Very nearly. Gontiniak across, and well played by the centre, but touched forward in the 22, and Australia get the scrummage.
Lovely bit of play there. You could see that was coming because Matt Burke took off on this left wing, obviously pre-planned, and almost got the ball, but a fabulous kick, beautifully timed, and Matt Burke going up Aussie rule style. That's the skills perhaps the Australians do have over other teams in that aspect of play, and fair play, brave attempt by the fullback from Romania.
And we're beginning to see the variations as well now from the Australians, very much as we saw from England yesterday, who seem to have plenty of tricks.
Yeah, they've been practicing hard over the last 2 months, going flat out in training sessions, trying to get everything precise, the accuracy of the pass and the timing of every run and every decoy run. So they'll be keen to put it all into practice tonight, or at least as much of it as they can. But they'll probably keep what they think is the odd strike move and ace up their sleeve for when they play against the big guys.
Scrum of concrete. Kefu. Gregan. Kafer. Into the line is Joe Roth. And maybe a chance for break here. Solomon did very well to keep the ball alive, and the chase is on. All covered by Gregan though. As Brisianu came steaming through. Again, the pass behind the two centres, the blindside wing coming around. This time, of course, the Romanians have seen it once, they're not going to fall for it again. That was Petrash winning the ball on the line out. Gontiniak hit hard by Strauss. And beautifully turned over by Australia. Jeremy Paul, the replacement hooker, is failing to grasp the ball there. And they used to say about Tian Strauss, he's a farmer from South Africa, practices tackling on wildebeest. Only wildebeest? Thought they were quite easy to bring down. Herds I'm talking about. Oh, right, sorry. The Romanian scrummage is beginning to creak. That's Balan, the hooker. Petru Balan of Dinamo Bucharest club. See if the Romanians can hold it together a bit better in this scrum. It's Mitu again, feed to number 8 almost directly. Gontiniak, Mitu does look good. Good tackle though by Horan. Tremendous defensive centre as well as attacking one. Son. Good run by Son. Petrac, here's Mitu down the blind side. Solomé tackled by Joe Roth, and a foot in touch from the supporting player, Brinza. But again, Gwen, we've seen some enterprise from Romania and no little skill.
Absolutely. When they do get the ball, they do look